Hello everyone, welcome to Success Series Education. This is your educator Shrishti and we are going to study your Geography Class 8 today. We are going to begin with Chapter 1. I would request all of you all watching this lesson to stay connected for the entire duration and by the end of the lesson to leave me your feedback in the form of comments. So see here, this is chapter 1 of your class 8th geography book whereby we are talking about what? We are talking about resources. I will just quickly explain this diagram to you in order for you to have a better idea as to what is the meaning of resources, right? So what can you see here? You can see some wooden logs, right? You can see a carton, you can see a chair, then you have some papers and pencils, rolls of tissue and a textbook. Amidst all of this, you have a tree. So basically, what is this diagram signifying? This diagram is signifying that there are various kind of resources. One could be a natural resource and then there can be human-made resources. Apart from this, you will also have some different kind of resources which we will see in the subsequent slides. So what we see here is that a natural resource, which is the tree, is directly received from Mother Nature, and that is why it is in its natural form. Now by exploiting or by modifying the form of the tree, we are able to achieve various kinds of objects that are required in a human being's day-to-day life. So basically, if I am to ask you what is a resource, even if you don't know the definition, you will very well understand that, ma'am, whatever is needed by human being or by mankind in their day-to-day lives or whatever has a use of its own is known as a resource. So do you think a carton has a use? Yes, it has use because you can pack in stuffs. Chair is used for sitting. Books and pencils are used for studying. So similarly, all these objects, they serve a purpose and they have certain use for us, and that is why we know them as a resource. So this is the main objective of this chapter, for you to understand that what is a resource, what are the various kinds of resources, and whatever else is there, we'll study in the upcoming slides. So see, taking you forward, here there is the definition that you have of a resource. Anything that can be used to satisfy a need is a resource. So basically, what is a need? Human beings have unlimited needs, right? Human needs. So there are a lot of needs that are there as a human being. You will have the need to watch television. You will have the need to study. You will have the need to quench your thirst. You will have several other needs. What is the medium that satisfies this need? So it is all resources. Whatever is used for satisfying, किसी भी चीज से, किसी भी ऑब्जेक्ट से जिससे आपकी जरूरतें पूरी हो रही हो या फिर आपको satisfaction मिल रहा हो, उन ऑब्जेक्ट्स को हम रिसोर्स कहेंगे. Now I have a question for you. Do you have or do we have any resources around us? Since I have explained you the meaning of resources, I would want you to identify the various kinds of objects that you can classify as resources which exist around you. So if I'm to ask you in a school, what are the resources that we have? So the board, the whiteboard that we have, the blackboard that we have, okay, the chalks that we have, the projectors that we have, the textbooks, the chair, the tables, any other kind of things seen in a school, all act as resources because they help you learn. Apart from that, if I'm to talk about your home, you will see a lot of things. For example, utensils. You will see the furniture in your house. You will see the vegetables in your kitchen. Don't you think these all serve as resources? Yes, they do serve as resources. Why? Because they help satisfy your needs and wants and they are of a certain use. तो दो basic criteria क्या हो जाती हैं for the classification of resources? Satisfaction of human wants and needs. Okay, satisfaction of human wants and needs. And second is utility. The product should be useful. It should have some utility. So then it will be classified as a resource. Taking you forward, see there is a diagram and also it tells you that water, electricity, vegetables, house, etc. are the resources around us. So vegetables you use for filling up your hunger. House is for providing you shelter. Electricity is something that is indispensable today. Water is used to quench your thirst and also to perform various other day-to-day activities. So they all serve as resources because they help human beings and they are of use to human beings. So with this, the meaning and concept of resources, I hope it becomes clear to you. Let's see next. So basically here there are two terminologies. We will try to understand both these terms. What do you mean by utility? Utility means the usefulness of anything that we use. For example, you wear clothes, right? So these clothes, they have utility because they protect you and they provide you a cover. Also, when you use good clothes, you become all the more presentable. So similarly, clothes help to provide a cover or provide a provide something useful to mankind. Similarly, if you talk about the utility of water, then what is the utility of water? If you are thirsty and you drink some water, you are able to quench your thirst. What do you mean by quench? Means आप अपने प्यास को दूर कर देते हो. So water has utility. So what is utility? Again and again I repeat, if you're consuming or using any object, then the usefulness of that object is defined as its utility. So if I say that water is said to be of utility to us, please elaborate. Then what will you tell me? Yes, this above statement is correct. Water has a utility of its own because it performs some of the major things that a human being requires, such as quenching thirst, performing activities like bathing and other sanitization. So apart from that, water is also used for a lot of other activities such as cooking, etc. and hence it is of utility. So now you understand the meaning of utility. कुछ भी ऑब्जेक्ट जिसकी यूसेज हो आपकी लाइफ में उसको यूटिलिटी कहेंगे. आपको प्यास लगी है, आपने एक ग्लास पानी पी लिया, तो वो एक ग्लास पानी आपके प्यास को दूर करेगा. इसका मतलब वो पानी की यूटिलिटी ये थी कि उसने आपके प्यास को दूर किया. Coming to value. What is value? आज हम लोग, for example, if I take a very brief example, when we talk about money, we say that money has value in today's times. Why? Because in exchange of money, you can buy the goods and services that you want. अगर आपको कुछ खरीदना है मार्केट से, you can exchange it in terms of money. Why? Because money has some value. If you want to join a coaching center and prepare for certain examinations, you can pay for the service in terms of money and achieve it. So that means what is value? It means worth. अब क्या एक क्वेश्चन है मेरे लिए, some resources have economic worth but some do not. For example, metals है. अब यहाँ metals में आपको gold bars देखने को मिल रहे हैं. So gold bars have value because they have certain intrinsic value to them. Similarly, there are objects that might not have value but they will still be resources. तो I'll explain you in simple terms. यहाँ देखिए, क्वेश्चन है, do all resources have economic value? तो अब मैं आपसे पूछ रही हूँ कि जो भी रिसोर्स है इन एंड अराउंड अस, डू दे पोजेस इकोनॉमिक वैल्यू? इकोनॉमिक वैल्यू क्या होता है? आर दे क्वांटिफाइड इन टर्म्स ऑफ मनी? बट दैट इज नॉट द केस. सो व्हाट विल बी द आंसर? some resources have economic value but some do not. Why do we say so? Because for example, you have a clean environment. अब ये अगर environment clean है तो वो resource है, right? That is a resource to you because it helps you breathe free air, fresh air. It helps you live healthy. But do you think it has some, you can quantify it in terms of money? No, you cannot. Okay. It has no money value or it has no economic value. Free water that we are achieving, that has no economic value, but it is still a resource. तो आप क्या कहोगे कि all resources have value, but only few resources have economic value. ये जरूरी नहीं है कि हर एक रिसोर्स जो एक रिसोर्स है उनकी इकोनॉमिक वैल्यू रहेगी. जिस भी चीज को हम मनी में या फिर इकोनॉमिकली नहीं क्वांटिफाई कर सकते हैं, they will still be resources, but they might not have economic value of their own. Examples मैंने यहाँ पे दे दिया है. But if I ask you that is metal having an economic value, you will say yes, because it can be quantified in terms of money. So I hope this is clear. If there is any question that asks you that all resources have economic value, true or false, the answer will be false. Okay, they are all resources, they only have value. All resources have value क्योंकि इनका worth होता है, but they necessarily do not have an economic value. Moving forward, what are potential resources? अब हमने देख लिया natural resources, हमने देख लिया human made resources, हम human resources भी देखेंगे. What are potential resources? तो by the term potential, you should automatically understand that anything in the future that can serve as a resource या फिर has the potential, इसकी एबिलिटी है कि ये फ्यूचर में आपके लिए एक रिसोर्स का काम कर सके, तो उसे हम पोटेंशियल रिसोर्स कहेंगे, राइट? Some products, they might not be resources today, but in the future they might become resource for you. They are known as potential resource. इसका एग्जाम्पल क्या दे सकते हैं? For example, medicines. Medicinal plants आप कह सकते हो. बहुत सारे ऐसे plants हैं इंडिया में and abroad, but specifically in India, this indigenous knowledge is very famous. These medicinal plants today are just plants for us. But अगर कल हम इनको patent कर देंगे, what is a patent? I'll tell you in the upcoming slide. So what will happen? We can sell them as medicines. So when we are able to sell them as medicines, they will become your resources. They will fetch you values of their own. So what can convert this? Time and technology are two most important factors that help convert these items into resources. यहाँ पे मैं आपको example दूंगी इंटरनेट का. जब हमारे पास इंटरनेट नहीं था, so a lot of activities of the computers and the laptops could not be used. But as time passed, as we became modern and as the technology grew, what happened? It helped convert these items which were otherwise not being used into resources. तो आप समझ रहे हो, वक्त एंड टेक्नोलॉजी, टाइम एंड टेक्नोलॉजी, ये सारी चीजों को कन्वर्ट कर देती है जो कि आज रिसोर्स नहीं है बट कल आपके लिए रिसोर्स बन सकता है. एंड एज यू नो, टेक्नोलॉजी इट कीप्स एडवांसिंग, सो देयर आर अ लॉट ऑफ थिंग्स दैट आर गोइंग टू बिकम रिसोर्सेज फॉर यू इन द फ्यूचर एंड दे वुड बी नोन एज पोटेंशियल रिसोर्सेज. इज दिस क्लियर? If it is clear, do let me know. If you're having any doubts, please ask me in the comment section. I'll definitely reply to you and try and solve them. Taking you forward, now we'll come to types of resources. अब हमने ये देख लिया कि जो भी हमारे यूज का होता है उसे हम रिसोर्स कहते हैं, लेकिन टाइप्स क्या होते हैं इनके, तो देखिए, वन इज नेचुरल रिसोर्स, द अदर इज ह्यूमन मेड रिसोर्स. तो इनके नेम से ही आपको पता चल जाता है. नेचुरल रिसोर्स जो हमें फ्रीली नेचर में मिलते हैं, ह्यूमन मेड जो हम लोग नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज को मॉडिफाई करते हैं और कन्वर्ट करते हैं, उसके बाद ये ह्यूमन मेड रिसोर्स बन जाता है. एग्जाम्पल मैंने आपको क्या दिया था? ट्री इज अ नेचुरल रिसोर्स, यू आर मॉडिफाइंग इट, कन्वर्टिंग इट इनटू सम फर्नीचर, दिस इज अ ह्यूमन मेड रिसोर्स. क्या ये नेचर से अवेलेबल है? नॉट अवेलेबल, राइट? Max to max, when you're cutting the tree, wood etc. will be available to you, but you will have to transform its form in order to make it a human made resource. ऐसे कई सारे examples होंगे. कुछ examples आप मुझे बताओगे in the comments so that you have an exchange of ideas. नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज देखिए, यहाँ पे एक वाटर है, प्लांट है, देयर आर सर्टेन रॉक्स. सो रिसोर्सेज दैट आर ड्रॉन फ्रॉम नेचर, नथिंग टू एक्सप्लेन, एंड जिनको हम ज्यादा मॉडिफाई नहीं करते हैं. नेचर ने जिस फॉर्म में इन रिसोर्सेज को हमें दिए हैं, वी आर ट्राइंग टू यूटिलाइज इट इन द सेम मैनर. सो इज एयर एंड रिसोर्स? कैन यू टॉक अबाउट एयर और रिसोर्स? यू कैन टेल मी, मैम एयर की तो कोई वैल्यू नहीं है, कोई मॉनिटरी वैल्यू नहीं है, फिर ये रिसोर्स कैसे हुआ? तो आई हैव एक्सप्लेन्ड यू अर्लियर, ऑल रिसोर्सेज हैव वैल्यू, लेकिन नॉट नेसेसरी कि इकोनॉमिक वैल्यू होगा तभी उसे रिसोर्स कहेंगे, ऐसी जरूरत नहीं है. सो एयर हेल्प्स अस टू ब्रीथ एंड दैट इज व्हाई इट इज अ रिसोर्स. वाटर हेल्प्स to quench our thirst and perform other activities. Sunlight gives us the other essential nutrients required for our life functioning. It provides us with natural light, so these are natural resources. टू कैरेक्टरिस्टिक्स क्या होते हैं नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज के, देखिए यहाँ पे ये मेंशन जरूर कीजिएगा कि एक तो ड्रॉन बाय नेचर एंड सेकंड इज यूज्ड विदाउट मच मॉडिफिकेशन, विदाउट much modification. So it's not just that we are getting it from nature, you also have to mention that we are not modifying its form in a very elaborate manner. So we are just not trying to modify it, we are using it जैसे हमें मिला है nature से. Air, water, sunlight are some of its examples. Now what are renewable resources? तो देखिए यहाँ पे आपको सनलाइट देखने को मिल रही है. आजकल हम लोग बहुत सुनते हैं सोलर एनर्जी, विंड एनर्जी, राइट? Why do we say this? We say this because these are renewable resources. Renewable, जैसा कि आप नाम में देख सकते हैं, renew, मतलब ये आप renew कर सकते हो. It can be brought back to its original form. These are those resources which get renewed quickly. So what does it mean? कि ये जल्दी से exhaust नहीं होंगे. Exhaust मतलब खत्म नहीं होंगे. Since sun is always there, sun is permanent, right? It is a part of our solar system. Sun is not going to suddenly vanish from the universe. So the solar light will always be available for you. So instead of using the electricity that we use in our home on a regular basis, what people are trying to say that we should move towards friendly consumption. We should try to tap the light that is provided by the sun and we should use it by making solar rooftops, etc. Then we talk about rainwater harvesting, right? Whereby we say that since water is depleting, we should collect the rainwater and try to reuse it. So these are some of the renewable resources. Wind से आपको wind energy मिल सकती है. Wind mills देखा होगा आपने. So that is used to tap the wind energy. Water, soil, forest, all this kind of resources are known as renewable resources क्योंकि ये बहुत abundance में हमें मिलते हैं. Abundance मतलब इनकी क्वांटिटी बहुत ज्यादा है और इनकी सप्लाई जल्दी से एग्जॉस्ट नहीं होती. इन्हें हम बहुत ही क्विकली रिन्यू कर सकते हैं. सो बाय द नेम इटसेल्फ यू कैन अंडरस्टैंड रिन्यू मतलब टू हैव इट अगेन. एंड देन one is non-renewable resource. What is a non-renewable resource? जिनकी stock limited हो. Stock किसे कहते हैं? For example, we have a stock of potatoes. Stock of potatoes मतलब जितनी quantity आपके पास available है. We have a stock of goods. That means you have it hoarded, you have it saved. So non-renewable resources, they are limited in quantities and once they deplete, मतलब जब इनकी क्वांटिटी डिप्लीट हो जाती है या कम हो जाती है, देन इट विल टेक अ लॉट ऑफ इयर्स टू कम बैक टू अस अगेन. फॉर एग्जाम्पल कोल, पेट्रोलियम. अब इतनी कार्स चलती हैं, द वे वी आर यूजिंग पेट्रोलियम, इट माइट the day is not far when it will deplete and then we will not have any more petroleum left for the future generations. So non-renewable, as the name says, इनको renew करना बहुत मुश्किल होता है. It is very difficult to bring back their quantity if we don't use it in a cautious manner or in a careful manner. So coal, petroleum, natural gas, fertilizers, ये आपके non-renewable resources हैं because they are limited in quantity and they take a lot of years to come back to us if we use them in a very in a manner which is not in line with conservation. So that is why we say that non-renewable resources, we should be using them in a very careful manner. Okay, I hope this is also clear, the difference between renewable and non-renewable resources. The distribution of natural resources depends upon a number of physical factors. What are the physical factors? One is terrain, the other is climate, the third is altitude. So it has been missing here because of the diagram. So I'll just put it down for you here and I'll explain what does it mean. Altitude का मतलब क्या होता है? Height होता है, right? Climate, you already know, it is a larger version of weather. Terrain is the slope basically. So one can be a plateau, then there can be a hill. So how do we classify them? These are classified on the basis of terrain. So what they are saying, अब आपको जो अब आपको जो natural resources देखने को मिलेंगे, they will be different in different areas. Why are they different? क्योंकि natural resources किस जगह पे मिलेंगे वो dependent है आपके कुछ physical factors पे. What are those factors? So terrain. In the hills you will find more of tea, right? Because tea growth is good in the hills. So you will feel that Darjeeling tea, you will see that Darjeeling tea is very famous. The tea at Assam is very famous. So the slopes here, the terrain here is good for tea cultivation. Similarly, in some areas like Karnataka, you will see a lot of gold mines. So a lot of physical factors help to set up the distribution of natural resources. Climate also affects the distribution of natural resources. जैसे जैसे climate differ करेगा वैसे वैसे आपके natural resources की quality, की quantity and the kind of natural resources that are available in different areas, they will differ. Do you think the natural resources that are found in regions of Bihar and Jharkhand will be the same resources that will be found at Himachal Pradesh? It will not be the case. So based on terrain, based on climate, based on the height of a place, then you will have the distribution of natural resources. It will never be constant. And that is why you will have different things that will appear at different parts of the globe. What are human made resource? तो first में हमने क्या बात किया था कि resources को हम classify कर सकते हैं, right? किस में classify किया था? One is natural resource. Now we are talking about human made resource, HR. Okay, again the example of tree. So tree was your natural resource. Now talking about your human made resource, when you're modifying the use of tree to bring about various other products to make them useful for humans, that is known as a human made resource. So as the name suggests, humans इन्हें बनाते हैं by modifying the natural form of resources. So when original form of natural resources is changed to make them useful for humans, for example, paper you achieve from the tree, rubber, sheet metal, all of this will said to be human made resources because humans are modifying the natural resources. I am repeating it again and again so that you have all of this in your mind, and once if you revise, it will be there in your subconscious mind and you will not have to relearn it. Okay? Humans use their skills and knowledge to make natural resources more useful, turning them into human-made resources. अब हमें ये तो पता चल गया कि through the use of skills and through the use of knowledge, man is able to convert the natural resources for his or her own usage, and that is why they are known as human-made resources. लेकिन अब यहाँ पे question आते हैं, are human beings also a resource? So if I ask you, if you're watching this lesson and I ask you, are you a resource? Do you consider yourself a resource? So what is the meaning of a resource? Anything that has some utility. Economic value हो या नहीं हो, value होनी चाहिए, utility होनी चाहिए, usefulness होनी चाहिए. So do you think you are useful? Yes, you are useful. How do we say so? Human beings can be a resource because they have skills, they have knowledge, and with the good education and good health provision, they will be able to convert themselves into the resources of tomorrow. Today you are students. If you are educated properly, if you have a good healthy life, then you are in possession of a lot of skills and knowledge. So tomorrow you can be an entrepreneur, you can find a job for yourself, and you can help contribute to the economy. Today, if I'm teaching you, do you think I am a resource? Yes, I am a resource because I'm able to use my knowledge and skills to impart education. I'm able to earn a living out of it. So I am a resource, and that is why we can say, yes, human beings are a resource because they have a lot of skills and knowledge that are not available to other beings. And that is why if we use them and if we are educated and invest in our education and health, we will be able to become very good resources for the future. Humans can make best use of their knowledge, skills and technology to create resources from the nature. So today humans have gone ahead to create robots that can be used in artificial intelligence. Today, humans are serving as software engineers, app developers. They're doing activities like coding. How are they doing all of this? If this was not there, do you think apps could be developed? Certain applications could be developed. So they are able to use the resources that are available in nature and convert them into more useful form. You will see a lot of scientists. They are using the resources of the nature to predict a lot of other things and also to create and innovate a lot of things. So they are serving as resources. And this is what we mean by human resources. तो किस type के resources हमने देख लिया? एक तो हमने देख लिया natural resources, right? The other one was human made resources. And now we have also seen another form which is humans as resources. So this is human resources, whereby we ourselves, mankind itself, is serving as a resource. How can we make humans as resource? So two most important factors are education and good health. अब एक बात होती है कि are all the human beings resources? No, that is not the case. If you're not able to work, if you don't have a good healthy life, then you are just a burden on the economy because you're not able to find work. This is mostly the cases in the rural areas. You will see that a lot of people are not able to find work because they have not had the privilege of getting good education. Also, they don't have good health facilities and are always not in the best of their potential. So they are not able to use their life towards work. That is why they might not serve as a resource. So if we are provided with good education and good health, which are two most important factors, then human beings can convert themselves into very good resources, right? So not all human beings are resources, but with the help of education, number one, with the help of health, number two, we can become resources of tomorrow. I hope this is very much clear. So आज आपको resource बनने के लिए क्या करना पड़ेगा? You will have to pay attention towards education. You will have to try and build up your knowledge. Also, you will have to ensure that you are healthy, because suppose you are educated, but if you're not in the best of your health, do you think you will be able to utilize your potential? You will not be able to do it. Similarly, if you have good health, but you are not educated and you do not have knowledge, and you're not able to utilize your skills, then again you will fail to be a resource. So these are the two things by which we can make humans as resources. As resources are very important for human life, so we should conserve them by giving them time to renew. So what am I telling you here? कि resources अब हमें ये तो पता चल गया कि ये बहुत ही जरूरत है हमारे लाइफ के लिए, because they help satisfy human needs. इनके बिना हमारी लाइफ बहुत मुश्किल हो जाएगी. If you don't have electricity, if you don't have the furniture in your home, can you imagine how difficult your life is going to be? Can you imagine life without water? You will see a lot of places today, they are serving or they are facing scarcity of water. What do you mean by scarcity? Scarcity is the opposite of abundance. Abundance मतलब बहुत ज़्यादा and scarcity मतलब very limited quantity. Okay? So limited quantity. So water, you will see a lot of places they are not able to have a lot of water for their usage, because we have exploited the use of water. Even today when we go to take showers, we might be taking it for 20 minutes. So do you think that is wastage of water? Yes, there is. The taps are running, we don't tend to close them or we don't tend to turn them off. So this leads to water depletion. Because of this, what is being said that we should use resources in such a manner so that today also we are able to use it and tomorrow also we don't face its shortage. So what is the term that is used here? Conserve. Conserve matlab to use it in a manner that you don't face its shortage, and we should give them the time to renew. We should never bring it to a stage that it is not available for us and there is no time for the new things to come around. If we conserve them for our future, it is known as sustainable development. So I'll explain you the meaning of sustainable development as well. How can we conserve resources? So some of the examples are by not wasting electricity. If you're going away from your classes, suppose you have a class in the playground, okay? You have a play game class or you have a class in the park of your school. What will you do? You will turn off the lights and fans. If you're getting out of your room, what should you do? You should turn off anything that is using electricity in the room so that you're able to conserve it. A lot of villages today are not able to get electricity. So this is how we are not being able to conserve our resources, and that is why a lot of people are suffering. Next is by not wasting paper, because paper is coming from the trees. If we waste paper, means we are cutting more and more trees. So we should not waste it. We should not waste water as well. We should try to use it in a very limited manner, and we should ensure that we are not wasting water. We should ensure that it is available for all, because it is a product given by nature. It is something that is provided by nature, and everyone should have access to it. These are some of the ways by which we can conserve resources. Can you think of some other ways by which we can conserve resources? If yes, please let me know in the comments, okay? We will share our ideas amongst each other so that if we forget certain things in the examination, we will have a lot of points and we can use them instead of these, okay? Reducing consumption. How can we do conservation? So please remember, there are 3 R's by which you can conserve anything. 3 R's by which you can conserve anything. What are the R's? One is reduce, matlab kam karna. Reuse, matlab use it again. And recycle. So why do we say that we will not use plastic? Because plastic is something that cannot be recycled. So we should use products that we can recycle. We should use products that can be, even if we complete its usage today, we can again recycle it and convert it into another form. So we should reduce our consumption. We should use only what is very much required. We should recycle the products, and we should stop or avoid usage of things like plastics. And we must reuse the things that we can use. You have a pen. Instead of buying a new pen, you should change the ink of it, or you should change the usage of it. You should reuse it. If there are papers, you must reuse it. You should not waste this kind of things, because it will harm the environment. And if you reuse the products, then more products will be available for the use of others. So these are 3 R's you need to remember very well. What are the 3 R's? I will write it again. Reduce, reuse, okay, and recycle. What are some of the products that can be recycled? This is your home assignment. I want you to tell me what are some of the products that can be recycled, that need not be thrown away after their usage, but they can be used in another form again. So you will name some of the products that we can recycle, because we will try and use that. For example, you're going to the shopping mall. What should you do? You should carry a jute bag. Why should you not wait for the plastic bag? You should take a jute bag. First thing is, jute is environment friendly. Second thing is, you can reuse it, right? So that is why these are some of the things you need to do. Future of our planet and its people is possible only if we conserve our resources. The way we are using water today, do you think it will be available in plenty tomorrow? The way we are, you can even see that oxygen is being sold. There is no way that we are having clean air as well, because we have polluted our environment. So what are we doing? We are leaving a bad environment for the future generations. We might not realize it today, but the people who come after us, the siblings we see, the generation next that we see, will face the brunt of it. So how can we conserve and help save our planet? We can conserve and help save our planet by using our resources in a very cautious manner and in a just manner. Just manner means by doing justice, and make optimum use. What is optimum use? To not waste. Avoid wastage, right? Not waste anything. Avoid wastage with minimum of wastage. That means optimum use. जितनी उसकी usage है, उसको पूरी तरीके से कर लीजिए, उसको बिना waste किए. इस तरीके से हम अपने planet को save कर पाएंगे, अपने future को save कर पाएंगे. As I told you, introduction to the concept of sustainable development. So ये name बोलता है development and sustainable. There are 2 words. So we will deal with development first. Development क्या होता है? कि आप कुछ भी develop करो in a way that today's resources are also available tomorrow. आपकी development ऐसी नहीं होनी चाहिए कि future generation की life को किसी भी तरीके की problem हो. The development should be such that it does not hamper the life of the future generations. That is known as sustainable development. So sustainable development means that the resources are judiciously, मतलब cautiously and बहुत अच्छी तरीके से utilized so that they are available for the use of future generations as well. ऐसा ना हो कि आज हमारे लिए है but tomorrow the next generations are not able to find those resources. What are some of the ways? So see, by people ending poverty and hunger, a lot of people die of hunger. A lot of kids are malnourished in India. Poverty, poor, okay? Prosperity. How do we ensure this? We should ensure this that there is a harmony of mankind with nature. We should protect our planet's natural resources and climate so that the future generation also gets access to a clean and healthy environment. Partnership. Through a solid global partnership, the entire world should join hands together. They must shake hands that they will help conserve the environment. And we should foster peaceful, just and inclusive societies whereby everyone develops equally and not a section of people develop at the cost of others. So this is the meaning of sustainable development. I hope the concept is clear. It is a very basic concept. Just understand कि development उसी तरीके से हो ताकि future generations को उस development की सजा नहीं भुगतनी पड़े. Okay? It should be sustainable. It should help you develop today while also keeping the resources available for the future generations. That is the meaning of sustainable development. So what are the two ways by which we can, conserve or help save our planet? By conserving resources, okay, and by ensuring that we follow sustainable development. That is development not at the cost of other future generations. So these two things are very important. Glossary. Glossary are basically important words from your chapter. First word being patent. What is patent? When you're getting an exclusive right over any idea or invention. आपने आज कुछ invent किया, आप उस पे एक patent ले लोगे ताकि उसको कोई copy नहीं कर सके. That patent will give you the exclusive right. मतलब आपको एक sole right मिल जाएगी. Sole right, SOLE, which means individual right. You will have the individual right over that invention and you can market that. Stock of resource, amount of resources that we have available for use is known as a given stock. What is technology? When I spoke about time and technology, so what is technology? When you apply the latest knowledge and the latest skills in doing or making new things, then that is known as technology. Do you understand? If you're innovating anything, it is with the help of technology that you are doing it. So it is the application of the latest knowledge and skill. Now I hope this chapter is clear to you. What are resources I have told you? What are various kind of resources I have told you with examples? उसके अलावा हमने क्या पढ़ा है? We have understood that resources की quantity limited होती है. So what should we do? We should conserve them. Then we have understood the concept of sustainable development, which will help to keep the resources in use. It will help to keep the resources available. We also understood the meaning that today there might be certain things that might not be used as resources, but when we use time and technology, then tomorrow they can become the potential resources. So there are some which are actual resources जो कि अभी exist करते हैं. Actual resources, those that exist today, okay, exist today. And then there are potential resources, that is future. In the future they might come into existence. So these are also of two different kinds. With this, we end the lesson. I hope it has been clear to you guys. If you want to leave any of your feedback, do let me know. Apart from that, if you have any queries, please shoot it in the comment section. I'll take them up. Thank you so much for staying connected to us, and for more videos, please subscribe to our channel Success CDs Education. We bring to you a lot of lessons from various subjects by which you can prepare in a very wholesome and interesting manner. I will take your leave for the day and bring you the next set of lessons in the upcoming days. Thank you and bye-bye.